This is verse 18 of the 16th chapter, Gospel of Matthew. Peter has just made his famous Caesarea Philippi confession. You're the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus responds that flesh and blood, of course, did not reveal that to Peter. It was a divine, sovereign gift that was given by God, and more or less in response to that, and as you might say, a kind of reward of grace connected with it, we have this promise. So kago, combination of kai and ego, so and I, postpositive da, soi, to you. This is the indirect object of the verb. It comes next, lego. So I say to you. To you is put up front to give it a little extra emphasis. So, and I to you say. Hoti, conjunction, means that. Su, again with emphasis, you. A, this is second person singular of a, me, I am. So you, with emphasis, are. Petros, Peter. So this was, of course, anticipated by Jesus earlier. But now this is the official conferring of that name. You are Peter. Kai, connective, epi, upon, takes the dative taute, demonstrative pronoun, this, te, petra, upon this, the. Petra, again, means a rock. Petros means a rock. Petra means something more like a bedrock. So the Petros is something that might be chipped off of the rock. It's a bit of a nickname. We might say something like Rocky. So you are Rocky, and upon this rock, referring more now to a bedrock kind of thing, oikodomeso. This is from oikodomeo. Oikos, of course, the word house. Domeo means to build. It has particular reference to the roof and focuses then on the completion of a house, which is usually finished up by building the roof. Our word dome comes from this. This, of course, has the general idea of building something, building a house. So upon this Petra, I will build, it's future, the sigma there, of me, in front for emphasis, the of me, tain ekklesion, the church. Kai, connective, pulai, dative of pule. Feminine noun means gate. This is the plural, and gates in the nominative, hadu, of Hades. In the genitive here, the gates of Hades, uk, or u, katiskususin. This is from katiskuo. Iskuo is the word that means to overcome, to defeat. Kata, added at the front, means to defeat it down. It's a little bit more emphatic. And so the gates of hell will not beat down Autes, the church. These gates seem to stand for defensive barriers, and the message of the church is not going to be defeated by those. The gates of hell will not prevail against the message. Of course, there's a fair amount of controversy in church history about the distinction between Petra and Petros. And it has a tendency to go in one of two directions. Some want to say, well, Petros is simply a rock, and the true rock, the true foundation here is the confession that Peter makes, namely that Christ is the Messiah, the Son of the living God, and that the church is founded on that. And certainly there's a great deal of truth to it, and Jesus is repeatedly called in the New Testament the foundation or the foundation stone. On the other hand, the text itself certainly places a heavy emphasis on Peter. The further promise that's going to be made, I give to you, Peter, the keys of the kingdom, certainly suggests that Peter was being given some particular status here. I think probably somewhere in between is the right view. It's possible to make more of Peter than is warranted. Certainly in this text, there's nothing here of an apostolic succession or something like that. On the other hand, Peter has to be recognized as the one who did indeed open the keys, or open the gates of the kingdom, preaching on the day of Pentecost, and so on, in the house of Cornelius, confirming the receipt of the Holy Spirit in Samaria, other occasions in the book of Acts document his strategic role. So I think a little of a compromise between those two views is probably warranted by this text, and certainly it does recognize that Peter had a unique status in the very early days of the church's history.